Can you describe some of the major inventions or discoveries that have impacted you or our community?
Well, I think the one of the inventions I think in general was this whole idea of cell phone, right? Like that was up and that was like a whole new phenomenon, right? Like who in the world would have thought that we would be walking around with cell phones, right? Right? And that you can video conference your family in Mexico or across the world, right? The internet, all that, right?
Yeah.
So I think that itself has transformed society, right? And has really made brought the world much closer. You know, like you could be talking to somebody across to in a different country right now, and so that this idea of distance and space is kind of gone, right? Because we can like be like, hey mom, what's up? You know, me and my mom, right, in Mexico, right? So we can be talking to mom right now, you know, 3,000 miles away, right, on a video conference, you know, in real time, right? So that's I think that's something that it's pretty phenomenal, right? Yeah.
All right. Describe what you think is the most important problem to solve for the next generation.
Well, I think what's urgently right now, well, there's a few, right? I could talk about environmental issues, right? Our climate change is real, right? We saw it in San Diego last year with the floods. It happened in Spain recently in the summer, like they got flooded. Germany got flooded. You know, this really unusual weather patterns we're seeing around the world right now is just a real evident that climate change is real, and politicians still got their heads stuck in a hole, right, up there, you know, and that's a problem that needs immediate attention. But you know, the fact is that profits, like in oil profits, coal profits, and all those different industries that really pollute the earth, they got a lot of political power. So like, in order for us to change, how do we change their behavior, you know? But it's all about, that's what capitalism is about, you know, it's about profits, you know? So we need to change that mentality because we're really destroying earth, you know? So that's a problem that needs to be solved urgently.
Was the problem solved? To what extent and how?
Like, well, you know, it's not solved. We got a problem, right? Like, we got a problem that needs to be solved. Yeah.
All right. How could the issue have been handled better?
Well, if we look at like climate change, bro, like you know, I think as early as the '60s or the '50s, where they started seeing that there was a problem with pollution, and it was ignored, and it still continues to be ignored, right? Like, oh, there's not a problem. So a lot of people say there's no climate problem, there's no pollution problem, there's no real. But the data is there, right? If they should have, if society, countries, leaders across the world would have paid attention to that, maybe we would not be in this unprecedented situation we're in, right? And I just think we're going to be seeing worse conditions in the near future, right?
All right. How will my bad. How will generation make the world and our community a better place?
My generation, or your generation?
Both.
Well,
yours actually.
Well, like I said, our generation still needs to deal with what we're dealing right now, like those climate changes. A lot of also another problem that we face is the reality that homelessness is a huge problem in our society. The cost of living, which really is about housing, affordable housing. The inflation that caused prices to go up. People's wages are not keeping up with that, you know. Mental health, you know, it's a big issue. So yeah, I think besides climate change, we still got issues with poverty, you know, like mass poverty in the world. You would think that in a country rich like United States, people will live better, and that's a lie, right? Because people live on the edge, one paycheck away from being homeless. Okay.
All right. How can we make our community a better place for the next generation, like Gen Alpha?
You all need to pick up that what I've been talking about. You all need to like wake up, get off of TikTok, get off of that damn social media. Start thinking about what do I need to do? How do I help my community become a better place to live? Like you all should be asking yourselves, what do we need to do to fight climate change? To to fight for better living conditions. So like everybody has affordable housing, everybody has access to healthcare, education, right? Those are all things that are going to affect you too, not just me, you know. So it's a topic, it's an issue that goes beyond generations, you know. So that's something you are going to be dealing with too.
All right, that's pretty much it. Thank you for your time, Mr. Zambrano.